Hey, it's a Monday night. I wanted to make a video discuss a little something that was going on not too long ago. A couple weeks back when the story broke about Scott McKinnon's harassment of little Bex. And I needed to tell this little story here. Around the same time that was going on, I was at a war of words with this son of a bitch whose name I'm not going to mention. Because I don't want to give him the more publicity, making him famous. I'll make you famous, right, you fuck. And he knows who he is. He's somewhere in the Detroit or Warren area, back in Michigan. Now, I've had problems with this motherfucker before. Apparently, back in 2017, he starts messaging me out of the blue on Facebook. Seems that his ex-wife, whose name I also won't mention, calling him out for being an abusive piece of shit. Used to hit her, smack her around, talk smack to her, cut her down, and physically, emotionally, mentally, to the point where if somebody yells at her, she's going to break down and lose her shit because of all the trauma she suffered. Me and a couple of all of her friends really we all went off on this guy for what he did. Now, out of the blue, this motherfucker messages me on Facebook saying, you don't know about me. You don't know what I was going through. This woman is a crackhead. She sold our daughter for crack money. You don't know me. You have no idea to stick your nose to whatever business I have. You have no right to... So, yes, I did, motherfucker. You hit a woman, you get called out. Bottom line. Anyways, in the middle of his messages, he says the following words. Is Earl going to be a good boy? Now, I asked to the people I was talking with on one program, isn't that what abusers say to their victims? And they'll say, yes. That is exactly the exact same words. So he outed himself right there. I didn't respond to him. I deleted that message. And now a couple weeks later, I posted something about those fake mud jeans that was all going to be on sale for about $400. He calls me up for calling me a bum-ass fuck boy. Saying I don't earn that much because of the price range of those jeans. I shared that post. I just came to describe who this guy is. He messages me again a week later saying, keep on, go ahead, keep fucking with me, you piece of feces. So there you go. Now, sometime around the following year, I get a message from someone who used to go out with him. She described his actions as the same thing as the ex-wife's. He used to beat on her, smack her around. The guy's an official woman beater, for crying out loud. The guy got arrested. He's out on bail. He gets put on trial. Found guilty of domestic assault and abuse. He gets sentenced to 5 years in the Michigan Penitentiary. So good. I hope he gets his just desserts in prison. And I said it before. There is no justice like prison justice. Then I find out a couple months later, he's out on parole. What the fuck, I say. He must have acted nice for the time being. He must have acted so sweet that they probably put him on parole. Let's see if he's a good boy. We'll see how long he's good for that long. The moment he fucks up, right back in prison. He calls me out again on his Facebook page, saying I'm responsible for his marriage falling apart when when me and his ex started sexting each other, sending each other sexual explicit messages towards one another. Motherfucker, your marriage was over to her a long time ago. Because you don't know how to treat a woman. I said this before. I don't care how pissed off you get. I don't care how enraged you are. You do not raise your hand to a woman. Punch a wall, punch a mirror, or something like that. Take a hatchet, chop down the cherry tree, or something like that. Don't hit a woman. He calls me out. Anyways, he calls me out again, pissing me off, so I go off on him. I challenge him. I said, the reason why she was doing that is because she wanted some comfort. And I was there for the comfort. Now, keep in mind, me and the ex never met face to face. That was in 2012. And at that time, I was living with my girl at that time. Back in Detroit, she was in the Mount Clemens area. She probably deleted that out because she didn't want to be called out on it. I don't know why she did. At least I could at least save those messages, but the phone I had at that time didn't screenshot. And I think back at the time, he was unable to screenshot like we do on the phones right here. She dumped later on. So we get into war words with this guy. So finally, you know what? Fuck it. He finally ends it with saying, consider my words a cease and desist. No more. I was thinking, okay, fine, you faggot. So afterwards, I block his ass. Then I find out from the ex that he's still taking shots at me. And she's also mad at me because I contacted one of her friends, who was also a victim of this fucker. Because I needed more information to prove to him what a piece of shit he is. She says, no, I cannot engage with him. I'm not allowed to have any contact with him at all. But I will send you 2 files from the Michigan Press and the Michigan Police records on what he was arrested for. His records speak for itself. And by the way, he says, oh, wait till you see you come back in Michigan, motherfucker. I'll be like, why don't you come down here in Texas? Oh, I can't. I forgot. You don't have a driver's license, let alone a car. Now the ex-wife called a son, messages me saying, oh, leave her alone. You bugged her 10 times. I didn't bug her 10 times. A couple days later, she messaged me again, saying, he's still taking shots at you, man. Why don't you leave him alone? I'm like, first of all, I blocked him a couple days back. She's like, good. So I was mad at her for a while because, geez, I'm sticking up for you and your buddy there against this son of a bitch. Could at least give me credit for that. So I didn't speak to her for a long time after that, I was pretty mad. Now, all of a sudden, I had to call, now I just called out somebody else, whose name, again, I will not mention. who lives in the Houston area. And no, it's not the one we all know and so-called adore. This guy let me rephrase that. This guy definitely was an abuser as well. And I also heard he's going to probably try and harass his ex-girlfriend, who's on my friends list as well, who I haven't seen in a while at either the club. The last time I saw her was at the Texas Rent Fest last year. She also pointed his guy out. She showed who this guy looks like. So I download this picture. I call out who this guy's name, and right away I block him. So that way he won't try to contact me and make threats against me. Because she did point that out. She's kind of afraid of what this guy can do. They all look innocent, they all seem charming on the outside, but inside they're fucking demons. Now I also got to keep an eye on my messenger board to see if I get any threats under different names. I also keep an eye out on who tries to add me as a friend on there. I've already had 2 so far, and I believe they were fucking fake accounts because they all had one picture of themselves, and that's the same one they use as their profile picture. I'm not doing it. One's a guy, one's a gal. I deleted both of them. I removed them. Because you got, like I said many times, just don't put one picture of yourself. Show that you're fucking legit. It just sickens the fuck out of me that we got these motherfuckers out there who won't fucking pay attention when we try to get something through their heads. We already know the three big ones within the YouTube community. They were talked about a lot of times, and no matter how many times everybody else, including me, Mars Mira, Old Man Davey, Minnesota Vikings fan, Dave Rose. No matter how many times we try to get through these people's heads, will they listen? Fuck no. They're that fucking defiant. They believe that they're right and everybody else is wrong. So I gotta keep my eye on those motherfuckers as well. Who knows, they could probably come up with some other fake fucking accounts, and start shit, Well, guess what? If they're gonna start shit, they're gonna be removed. Bottom line. Shit. I'm the moderator on Minnesota Vikings fans' Thursday night show. Real as Fuck TV. Sub to him, by the way, when you get a chance. Couple of weeks back, they had there was so many fake accounts that these 2 motherfuckers had started. Jeez, you gotta hide behind the fake accounts to prove that you're a man? Pah! I had to calm myself down because I'm really fucking worked up, man. I'm triggered by all this bullshit. Also, one more thing I want to say. And he knows who I'm talking about. I'm going to say this directly to him. He says he'll accept my apology if I remove those videos about him on my channel. No! I'm not removing those videos. Those videos were made for a reason. If you cannot tell the difference between shit talking, advice, or constructive criticism, then you don't need to be on YouTube. Bottom line. Those videos are there for a reason, as I said. It's not just for you, it's for everybody else who gets the same idea as you have, what not to do and how to do things correctly. And besides, why you went after me? Joe Cronin did some shit on you. Farm Out Ken did some shit on you. Super Ugly Show did some shit on you. So why you want to single me out? Oh, maybe because I'm the better Riri? Most likely. I've experienced a lot, man. I went through a lot of shit. I can name lots of shit I've been through. Okay, I'm about to end this video. I'm Dr. Earl. I feel a lot has been lifted off my back by talking about these subjects. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments below. Hit that like button. And any derogatory shit from some of the people that I mentioned will be removed ASAP. Motherfucker. ASAP. Sorry about that, folks. All right. See you later, dudes. Guys and chicks.